Hello YouTube! You can probably hear me taking a deep breath. It's Sunday in the shop again. What I'm going to do is something a little different. I'm going to show you a short film clip. The only one I have of making this one, I think. And then I just stopped making film clips, don't know why. And all this on this is pictures. And I just want to note, this has serrations on the shaft. So I was able to slide this down and then tap that off. And I put that nice little piece in here. Well, I can't even find it. There it is. See it? I got a little defect over there to the left. See that? And that was clear plastic. This is my red stoplight tester's paint. I'll show you the bottle so you can see the number. There, we'll pause on it. So, there you go. And I don't know if I ever made a video on this. I make so many videos I don't know. Here's my latest creation. You'll see that. And look how I Loctited the shaft in there and did all that. And I put some epoxy here and ground it so I can grind this down to where it meets perfectly because it wasn't in there perfectly straight. This one, look for the picture where I ground, where it looks just like a thread spool. I ground so it looks like a winch spool. There's a ledge here and then here. And I wrapped the string in there and then glued it, epoxied it. So look for them pictures, the short video clip pictures, and then I'll be right back with the rest of the video. We'll do something different. So stay tuned and enjoy. Hey YouTube, I just spent about an hour or so on my mini lathe, pin lathe, machining out this little handle. No, I'm a liar. Like, don't believe anybody. It's about 15 minutes on a belt sander and a disc sander. Mark out kind of what you want. I carved it with a pocket knife. I've carved it down to probably about that diameter right there with my carving knife. And I use a serrated blade slash with the straight blade. And when you're on your disc sander, go at an angle. Never go like this. It ain't gonna work. Go at an angle like you're sharpening a pencil. Then I use my disc sander to get it straight and true. You know, then you come up like this. Like say this end, we'll show you. I mean, get it right up there to the nitty gritty and don't get your finger in this up. And beware of that belt. Don't get your finger in that belt sander over there. But like I said, belt sander good at an angle. See? Go like that. And don't rest no hand here. I had my hand resting one over here, my left hand somewhere. You know, just beware. Power tools. But anyway, this one's like 5 inches long. We're going to keep this video short. Handle for this blade. We're going to slot it. Oh, and remember this measurement. Measure from the very center here to the center of this hole. Because you might put the string around it like I'm going to, and you may have to pin it because it won't hold. So you can always go back and put the pin in later, okay? So you're going to hit it somewhere. And here's that string. Let me show you the thing. It's just, some people call it ice fishing line. Here it is. And you try to melt the end of that, you're going to get a ball on it, like you can probably see. It's hard to cut with scissors, hard to cut with a razor blade. It might be wrapped about ½ inch or so up here. See, this takes about an inch to get to that taper, so I might wrap half it. And this taper is a total of about an inch, and let's say maybe an inch and a quarter. Get in frame there. There, that's all you get. We'll bring you back when we got that slotted. There's a trick to slotting stuff down the middle with your little wood saw. There is. You just got to learn your favorite way of doing it. Start out with a cutter knife, and don't be cutting yourself. Don't have your thumb like or something, and be, just beware. Stay away when you're slicing around with X-Acto knives. You know, start carving a slot in before you saw it. There, back off. What are you saying, paper cup? I fill it up. Let's have a party. You remember that song? Red Solo Cup? Show you what tools I'm using here. Okay, 3 minutes of yak. You know what they say, less talk, more work. We'll be back when this is done. We might throw a clip in between, so let's get to work. And we're back. Hope you enjoyed the pictures. These used to be given out by gas stations. They had names of gas stations on it. And I had one with a yellow handle and broke it. I found this one somewhere. And somehow it got melted, so I had to repair it. And these were all wavy. I sanded these all down. They're all shorter than they used to be. Okay? So they would be straight. And the grooves used to be like a V shape. See how they're rounded? I just pulled the sandpaper and dug it in there. Let's get real close to this repair again. I tell you, it's hard to find. But that's why I use clear, because I put the red over it. And then there's clear coat too. So, and this will get used. I redid the tip. I just used my scrubby brushes and sandpaper rolls to clean it up, square up the tip. Because sometimes it's used more than a screwdriver. I'll stick it in and pry stuff with it. This I wanted to show you the paint. Painted blue. Took so many coats, it's unbelievable. And it's still splotches. So I put green over it. So I just took and started brushing green and mixed it. So it's a mixture. It looks better in real life than it does on camera. It does. Actually looks better. But these are so nice. This might be my favorite one when you're cutting, because this one is a little bit longer, okay, and then this one, I like it. This is very simple to make. Look on this one how I used the X-Acto knife to make the slot in the wood instead of sawing it, so it'd be real tight, and that has epoxy and it's stuck in there. Then there's more epoxy on there, and I start wrapping the string around it, so it kind of glues the string. Then I epoxied over it, and somewhere in a video I showed the fishing line. It could have been why I wanted you to see that one clip. I think that's in there. I do not remember. I just know I only had one clip on it. This was pink and I didn't like it. So it is pink here, but there's orange down here. So it's kind of hard to tell. Can you tell there's any orange in there? Let's look now. Can you see it? Watch. You kind of see the orange in it, how it blends. And I kind of did like this, where it's brushed into the pink, instead of making lines. Okay, let's go on to something else. We're done with this. We're going to find one more project, which we're going to start on, that will be in this video this week. Stay tuned. Same channel, same time. Okay, today's project, we're going to paint a cheap screwdriver. We put this in our drill / lathe to get rid of this parting line. So the rest we have to sand by hand, because we've been there all day long trying to do it, because we're going to sand this direction. We don't know if we're going to take the lettering out or not. We're hopefully that we could take it out. But we made it a lot softer. you could tell that parting line. I mean, look up in here. We're trying to make a cheap screwdriver look better. Of course, see it on the end. We're going to get rid of that. We may try to paint these in sets right here. We just want it a lot softer. It's not a bad screwdriver. They come with a tip. They're supposed to be hardened or whatever, so a different color. So we won't change it. We'll just, brush it up. We took a little sandpaper up here. So we'll be back. We'll be back. We might you just see it when it's painted, or we'll look, like I said, look for the pictures. It's better than me coming back. I'll take a picture, I get a little more progress done, and then as I paint it and stuff. So after I do some more fine graining and sanding on this thing, we'll take another picture of it. And you can tell, I'll leave the sandpaper lay here. Okay, stay tuned. And we want to show you. Here's the kind that Harbor Freight used to have. They're like a Snap-on knockoff. And these were rough too till you smooth them up. Y'all remember this one? I made that purple paint that day. And the copper was showing through, because I used this a lot on stuff. Nice little screwdriver. Okay, here's what they switched to, okay? See where it's squared? You can tell. See that? Well, the indents never were this deep. I took a picture of the sanding drum. You gotta really be careful. This stuff is like a rubber. It will just choose through there. The drum sander will. It will gouge in there. I'll show you that. Okay. And you can still see it in here. You can still feel it. And it's not perfectly round. I knew I would never get that done. Like, kind of molded it over better. See that sharp edge right there? I guess I'm trying to get like the old wooden handle screwdriver. This feels much better in your hand than this. If you were using this all day, I mean, I don't like that at all. That it puts pressure points on your fingers. And this rough, the other one was worse. This rough, nasty, and it gets greasy feeling. It's like some greasy old rubber mud flap or floor mat out of a car. But for free, not going to complain. You tell me, if this is the number 2 tip, is this the number 1? It's got to be number 1, because it's small, see? Listen, they're not too bad to screw. I probably had half a dozen. At one time, I was able to get to the city twice a week, free transportation, and I'd run to Harbor Freight and spend $5 just to get a free set of screwdrivers, or I had flies. I started going for the screwdrivers. When I switched these, I got a bunch of these and gave them away. I don't think I have a pack of them left down the bottom of my toolbox. This would have been a pack I threw off in my junk drawer. I have a junk tool drawer. If I want to grab a screwdriver or something I can just beat on to use. I'm going outside, going to a junk something outside. I'm not taking my good screwdrivers outside if I don't have to. But there you go, before and after. We talked about it enough. But you gotta admit, this is the old classic. It's not the great. I really don't like them. It looks kind of neat. But I'm really liking this. So I'm going to redo this one too sometime. It's more like the wooden handle. Now it's smoother. Back off, back off. Sorry about that. I'm teaching my. It's more smoother. You can still feel. It feels better in your hand. It's going to paint and clear on it. I don't know what we're going for. Fake wood? We just don't know. It's going to be a surprise. Stay tuned. I know I keep saying that. Same time, same channel. What TV show when I was a kid? 1965, 66. What kid show? Same time, same channel. You'll figure it out if you're old as me, or even maybe younger. Well, I gotta laugh. What do you think? I had this painted up nice, had stripes on it. This was brown. This had dark green with a black stripe in it. And it just did not look good. I had different stripes of different colors in here. I didn't like that, so I continued to stripe the, I just started sanding it off. And the black is actually the plastic handle, but I got looking at it when I was sanding it and everything. I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go with that. A faux finish of, looks like some old screwdriver somebody used to paint their house with 100 times. But we're going to go with it. It's just an old screwdriver. We're just playing around. So there you go. Let me know what you think. You think it's ugly? Give me your honest opinion. You like it or don't like it? There's just the back. I slapped some green. You can tell where I was striping it. Oh, a little piece of paint filled up in here. I need to put some clear over that. It said this stuff will peel off. Just that this acrylic paint will peel right off. So we're out of here. Thanks for watching this week. Hope you enjoyed the pictures how I made the other stuff that I worked on. See you next time.